Howdy, howdy, my name is Good Guy Mike. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to a mix of things. A talk, and then a little bit of a preview into the mind and madness that is Good Guy Mike and what exactly he does in college. So, while you guys are watching this video, I have exactly 1 week left in my junior year of college. Alright, that said, I will most likely be taking 5 years of college because of some stuff that happened my freshman year of college when I transferred. But that said, I'm still quickly approaching the end of my career. And more importantly, I am approaching like a freight train my finals. Now, for some of you guys out there, you are doing the same exact thing. Whether you're facing finals in college, or you're facing finals in high school, or even if you're just facing deadlines in the real world, things that are stressing you out, family things, you know, other things out there that can bother you and cause you to be a lot of stress. I'm a very high stress person, so I always like to function that way. But some people aren't. And if you aren't, that is okay, alright? And remember that people always care about you. Alright, I know this seems like it's a little bit out of left field, but right now is a hard time for a lot of people. A lot of people tend to lose track of what is important, and they get so bogged down in stress that they become so unhappy that they fall deep, deep into depression, and it's a nasty spiral. I know, I've taken that path before. Alright, so if you or someone you know or love is struggling, okay, get some help. Reach out. And realize that people care about you, okay? And for me, instance, I care about all you guys who turn in and, you know, who watch my videos and support me on the channel. I care about every single one of you. You are all people to me, with your own accumulated stories and wealth of knowledge and lifetimes of experience. I mean, you all are human beings. Amazing individual human beings, and every single one of you matters. And don't ever, ever lose track of that. You are all important to someone. Alright? I care a lot about all of you guys. And I know that there are other people out there who care about you as well. So if you are struggling and you're stressed out, take a big breath. Shit happens. Sometimes terrible shit, sometimes hard shit. Sometimes you fall a little bit behind on a deadline. Sometimes your car breaks down and you're stranded 300 miles from home. Sometimes your dog runs away. Sometimes somebody dies. But as long as you are right now at this moment breathing, it can get better. Keep working. Don't get disillusioned. As long as you are always moving, time will pass and things will get better. All bad things pass with time. So don't ever, ever get disillusioned. You guys are an infinitely powerful source. You guys mean so much, not only to me, but other people around you. Alright? And I just want to take this time because I know a lot of people out there are very stressed, myself included. And I wanted to reach out to you guys and let you know that I care, and that you guys matter to me, and that you're not struggling in vain. Things are gonna get better. So keep at it. Keep hitting your head against that wall, and you're gonna break through. Don't lose sight. You guys matter. That all said, the serious part out of the way, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I, personally, have been losing my mind about recently. So, for some of you guys who do not know, who are new to the channel, I am a BMIS major, which is Business Management of Informational Systems. Alright, so that applies to a lot of different stuff. I can do a lot of different things with that. But currently, right now, what I am working on is building, actually, an app for a local, not really an app like a phone app, but a program, coding included. So I'll go through and I'll show you. So basically, the idea is Fun Trade is this local game store that I frequent to get my games for like Back of the Cartridge and stuff like that. And I also like to hang out there because it's a really cool gaming environment. If you guys have a local games club and you're looking for somebody to hang out with who has shared interests, go check out your local games club. It's, you know, if you go in there and you don't like it, you're not out any, but if you go in there, you have the chance to meet people with shared interests, and you know, share information with stuff that they don't know, and then also they'll share stuff with you, and you'll find new fun games. Like that was how I found Munchkin, which I've played with Zach, and then also this other cool board game I've been playing recently called Small World. But anyways, fun trade, cool store. So the one problem I run into is that they have no formal cataloging system. So what I did is I went and I built this app. So when we click start, this is going to run the app. So that's the little splash screen that I designed, the logo I designed by myself once again. So this is the home page. So thank you for using the video game inventory archiver. Please select an option from the top bar. Now the two other forms are the search and the add record. All right, so search. We're going to go ahead and we are going to search what they have in inventory. So we're going to start by we're going to display all. All right, so if you just see display the all, you can see that I currently only have 4 entries entered in this database. All right, that's a little bit small, but that's because I can actually add more records later on. But say we have like 300 records because the game store ideally has so many video games, and we need to see which ones they have. We can go to the console. So we can search by console, and we go Nintendo 64, right? So we can search that, pulls up the Nintendo 64 games. Say we search PlayStation 2. Oh, see, sorry, no games were found matching that criteria. All right, now say we are looking and we type in some random stuff. This is called air trapping, all right? So we go search this, please select a value from the list. That allows it so that only these game systems can be used. Pretty cool, huh? Took a little bit of nifty programming, but all the same. Anyways, year, same thing. If we search, please enter a value into the year. All right, so we'll go, we want games from 1997. Search. Hey, look at Yoshi's Story. Perfect. What about 2000? Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Now, say you're looking for a particular game, but you don't know exactly. So, like the name, you can keyword search off of this. So say we want a Zelda game, but we don't know which one. So we put in Zelda, we keyword search it, and it brings up our 2 Zelda games. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so now what we are going to do is we are going to add a record. So we click the add record, and this brings us to the add record screen. Now this, was a doozy, and I'm gonna show you the basis of this, and then we're gonna get into the meat and bones of this, of what the actual coding looks like, because I personally feel very, very proud of it, and you guys are gonna be impressed once you see it. You're gonna be like, wow, he really is amazing. That good guy Mike fellow. Not only is he crazy attractive, but he also is a technical computer programming genius. None of those things are true. Anyways, so we're gonna start, and you air trap. You need to make sure you dummy proof this. I forget the technical term for it. We learned it in my my operations management class. It's Joku. Joku is basically it's a Japanese term for foolproofing a system. So we need to make sure that this system is Joku. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna assume that the average person is a blunderhead, and he's just gonna go right here and he's gonna click submit. Okay, please enter a name for the game title in the box. Okay, so let's see. Let's pick a game. Okay, so we're gonna do Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is a game that I want to get and play on my channel super bad, but is so hard to get. It's a very expensive game. It's a collector's because it was one of the last games to come out on the N64, and the story behind it is pretty cool, but we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so Conker's Bad Fur Day. Perfect. Now, we're going to assume once again the user is an idiot. Submit. Please select a valid console from the list and enter a valid year. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, select an N64. The year that it was released was 2001. Now, we're going to assume that he accidentally clicked Sega Saturn. All right, so we're going to go ahead, submit. All right. This is how your entry will be stored. Sega Saturn 2001 Conker's Bad Fur Day. They're going to read the Sega Saturn and be like, wait a second, N64, we need to correct that. All right, no. So go ahead, go check the N64, submit. All right, this is how it'll be added. All right, so we're gonna add this right here. This will be removed actually in the final product. This was just a little bit of like developers coding so that I could see that it had actually worked and that it had stored the documentation correctly. So now we can go and we will close this. And if we go to the search screen, we can see that if we display all, now we have Conker's Bad Fur Day in here, and we can actually search by, if we do, so now we can do games in 2000, search, and if we pull up 2001, it's gonna pop up Conker's Bad Fur Day. All right, cool. So exit. Perfect. Now comes the meaty part of it. All right, so we're going to start simple with programming this. So each of these buttons are programmed like this. I use Visual Basic as the programming language that is used for this form. All right, and Visual Basic is kind of like C++. It's a very dumbed down version. Microsoft Studios Visual Studios is very intuitive. If you want to get started with programming and you want to teach yourself programming, I would recommend this program. And if you guys are in college, take advantage of your college. Holy shit. Right now, you have no better chance to learn awesome skills. This right now, you're never gonna have this much opportunity in your life. For you guys who are out there who are in high school and who are going to college, love college, live it up. Don't be one of the people that graduates college in like 2 years because you're gonna end up regretting it. Take 4, possibly 5 years. I could graduate in 4 years if I wanted to. I don't want to because college is fantastic because I get access to so much information like this. This is actually like, this is inside my major, but is an option inside of my major. I don't actually have to take this class, but programming is the way of the future, and especially if I want to like eventually like run a website or run a server, I'm gonna need to know programming. So I'm gonna take full advantage of these classes. Same with I'm actually gonna look into double majoring so that I can take like a film. Get a film major because I shoot so much video, right? And even if I don't, I want to get into the film program so I can take some higher level courses. That way I can get the experience and stuff that usually you have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for because I'm already paying thousands and thousands of dollars to go to college. Okay, anyways, so pretty simple stuff. First things first. So when we have form, we click the search button. What we want to do is we want to show dialog for form 2. That's going to bring up form 2. Same thing for when we do the about strip, which is shows the about box. So if we click start, it's going to show us. So the about shows the about box, which gives some information on it, right? And then this is the fun part. So this is the close animation. So when you see close, this is where things start to get a little bit more complicated. So when I hit exit, right, you see it pops up this little message box. Are you sure you want to leave? The Yoshis will miss you. So this is a verification screen that makes sure that the user wants to leave. Now, if I click no, it's going to keep me here. If I click yes, it's going to take me out. Seems simple, right? Coding, simple can mean a lot of code. This all does that. Dim string, dim dialog result, all that sort of stuff. So basically, the dimension as string is like the words that are coming out of my mouth are strings. So anything can be stored as a string. And that's just the message that's going to pop up on there. Are you sure you want to leave? VB new line, which is basically hitting enter on this keyboard. The Yoshis will miss you, right? And then we want to get the result from the message box, right? The yes or no. So we save that as a dimension result dialog result. All right. So then we do an if statement, which basically says if this, then this. If not this, then this. And so if the dialog result is yes, so if I click the yes on that screen, then we close all the forms, right? If no, right, it just goes out of the end if statement and skips everything inside of it and continues down to ed sub, which ends the action of that button. All right, pretty, complex. That's about a week. You probably learned that in a week of programming. It's, not too bad. If you had a good teacher, teach you that in 2 hours, probably. And you could be doing that by yourself, right? So form 2, things get a little bit more complicated as you can see. All right, let's scroll out so you can see all the code that I've put into this. All right, so this is all code that I personally have done. I've gone through and I've banged out on the keyboard and coded everything, okay? So if you remember, form 2 was the one is the search screen, right? So we'll start from the easy part, display all, right? Now you're probably wondering, good guy Mike, where's all the information stored? Well, the information is stored in here. If we go into this base file, bin, debug, this right here, game database, see? That's just a normal text file with all the information. But notice that this thing was saved into there. So getting it to communicate with an external document is a pain in the ass. You have no clue unless you're an actual designer. So basically I did this cool thing called, what was it? Stream Reader, which is basically it causes those two documents to communicate with each other, import system IO, causes them to communicate with each other. It then reads through the document, saves them in line by line in a new piece of string, and then displays the string into this cool type of list box, right? And so, sounds pretty simple, right? So that's the display all. But then you have to get into the categories of where you're searching special dimensions within the thing and then returning results that match those dimensions. And so it gets a little bit more complicated. Here's where the real fun starts. Form 3, adding, okay? So, basically, if you can see, this code right here, all this code is about 2 times, 3 times the size of, any code that's in here. And it's very, very complicated. So basically, we'll read through it. So, we start by establishing our dimensions, right? So basically we read the game-based data text, we starting to save it as a actual document. This do loop right here, so basically it goes through, counts every single line in the succession, saves it into another document. It then closes the game document and opens it with a stream writer so it can then write in, so it can take that, so it wrote. So basically, I took 2 pieces of paper, right? And I read on this piece of paper, and I was like, okay, so this one, and I dictated it all to this piece of paper. Then I took this piece of paper, and I wiped it, right? And then I went on this piece of paper, and I wrote one more line to this, and then printed that back onto this paper, because this paper then goes out the window, and this is the one that we save. So getting it to do that is crazy. Anyways, though, this is just a quick peek into what I've been struggling with over the past couple weeks and what I've been struggling with. This is due on Wednesday. It's not done yet. It's getting close. I need to fine tune it, tinker with it a little bit. I need to add like a print screen, and I need to take away the developer's windows and stuff like that. But anyways, that's a quick peek. So life can get stressful sometimes. Remember, life will get better. There's things to laugh about, things to do. I hope that I have helped your life be a little less stressful. Please, you guys have helped my life be less stressful. I look forward to shooting the videos so much, and I can't wait for the summer when I can shoot so much more video and put out so much more content, and, maybe get to meet some of you guys in Baltimore, maybe get to meet some of you PAX. Who knows? Who knows what's in the future? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. You guys, keep being good guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye!